Buenas tardes, good evening to everyone, and welcome parents, family, friends, staff, faculty to the 20th Whittier College Latinx Commencement Ceremony. My name is Ashley Magaña, and I am a biology student graduating with you all. When I was a child, my mommy would finish a story with the saying, Colorín colorado, el cuento se ha acabado. The translation of the statement is happily ever after, or the end. The stories that my mom would often tell me had a typical fairy tale ending. As we are ending our college career, I want to point out that we are all our own protagonists of our own stories in this real life. We each have our own journey, our ups and downs, and our mountain climbs. All these chapters that we experience collectively make a book, and these are the stories and books that we pass down and tell our community. This year's theme is La comunidad cura, resistencia y excelencia en mí, en ti, en nosotros. We can all agree that this past year has been like no other. As a class, you all had to endure with finishing your college experience online. This is the only school year so far in which we had to use remote learning for an entire school year. I want to start off by validating each student's hard work and efforts that they have put into the last year and a half. Estamos muy orgullosos de ti. We are so proud of you. We have pushed through thick and thin, as we're the only class that had to take an entire senior year online. Even though we were not able to physically work with one another this past year, this experience has united us as a community. We have all been through a similar educational experience, and we are the class who unfortunately lost a senior year that included the presidential dinner, the Light of Learning and Baccalaureate, the baile Mecha was intending on hosting, and many other events that students daydream about attending as a senior. As a community and through social media, we were able to adapt by helping out our fellow poets by attending virtual events that discuss the cultural awareness and issues going on around us, staying engaged in cultural awareness, and respecting our fellow poets by becoming allies and respecting each other. For me, if I would start feeling unmotivated at home, my mom would tell me a sweet and lovely saying, Ponte las pilas. If you didn't grow up with this saying, it translates to put on your batteries. It is also a great motivational quote to the students to remind ourselves that we need to keep our batteries on and keep going at it. No matter the circumstance and no matter how hard it gets, keep on going. And we did. Nos ponimos las pilas, and now look at us. We are graduating. For some of you, graduating college is a great accomplishment because you're either a first-generation student, you passed the class you struggled with within a 7-week module, or took upper division courses in your fields that normally one would take in person and within a semester. Being a first-generation student myself, this is a monumental accomplishment that I'm sharing with you as you're sharing with your loved ones. When I first arrived at Whittier, I knew as a student that I wanted to pursue a bachelor's degree in biology, and I wanted to become a doctor. Being a first-generation Latina going into this field, I was intimidated because I was going into a heavy field as a minority and as a woman, and I dealt with a lot of imposter syndrome. I am certain that many of you felt this way too, regardless of your major or career. There were times in which I would call my mom in tears telling her I want to switch majors, like I can't do this. My mom would tell me that she would be happy and support me if I went with a different route. But she reminded me that I am capable of doing this and I have plenty of potential in me. So for that, thank you, Mommy. By having grit, pulling up all-nighters, determination, and encouragement from others, I was able to pull up my GPA and qualify for Tri Beta Honor Societies for the biology students. Growing up in a Mexican-American household, I was taught the value of family, education, and how far hard work can take you. As the eldest of 4, I am the example for all my younger siblings, and I do my best to be a fit role model for them in every way possible. I want to show them that you can do it and how a million dreams it's all it's going to take. Each of us had a different experience at Whittier College, regardless of what that looked like pre-pandemic and during the pandemic, and we all still pulled through. For that, I am proud of us, and the people surrounding us are too. Throughout our time at Whittier College, we have each found ourselves within societies, clubs, organizations, sports teams, studying abroad, research, internships, and so many other experiences. I was able to improve my leadership skills by helping create bills for school and events for campus through my experience on Senate and Program Board. I also made friends and shared my experiences with other Latinx students via Mecha and Pre-Health Club. Each of us had faced many different obstacles in the last 4 years, from balancing work and school to caring for a sick relative, becoming the head of a household, losing out on your senior year athletics, being locked inside your home, or being away from home for long periods of time. Many of us had to grow up quickly due to the circumstances, and we all want to thank you for your work and help. My fellow poets, as you go on through your journey with life, remember to take the lessons and wisdom you learned from your parents, your family, friends, La Rosa de Guadalupe, and your experiences at Whittier College with you. As we graduate, we're about to start a new adventure in life. So I am telling you, colorín colorado, tu cuento ha comenzado. Your story has just begun. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Felicidades a todos. We did it.